Hey, welcome to All the Space in Between. My name is Mitch. This is a podcast. We're going to get to our first question now. Let's kick in the music. Come on, what the fuck is taking you so long?
What is the rush?
The big game is on today. It's Sunday.
Big game?
Yeah, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry that you're from the UK and you don't understand. This is Super Bowl Sunday over here, and I want to catch it on the TV.
Oh, you want to catch the sports game?
I want to catch the big game, yeah, and I'm missing it right now because I have to fucking podcast. How dorky is that?
Since when have you been into sports?
I've always been into sports, okay? This is football we're talking about.
American football,
American football.
Yeah.
And it's part of me. It's part of who I am, part of my cool, vibing alpha kind of a personality. And yeah, the big game today, baby.
Okay. Who's playing?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Who's what teams? What teams are playing?
Sorry, the internet's like being so bad right now. It keeps cutting out. You were saying who's what?
Who's playing in the game? What are you typing?
I'm trying to like fix my internet right now because it just keeps cutting out.
Okay.
So yeah, ask that like one more time because this is like so embarrassing. I couldn't actually hear you.
Which teams do you think are playing in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the Super Bowl this year? Like right now?
Yeah, the one today.
San Francisco 49ers. 49ers.
All right, I can hear you reading it. I can hear you squinting at the screen somehow.
And then the Chiefs are from Kansas City.
Obviously.
And they're up by 7.
Yep. Okay. So who are you supporting?
San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
Hometown. Or no, home state.
No. You think you're from San Francisco?
West Coast.
West Coast.
They're from the West Coast, baby.
Okay.
West Coast, Fresh Coast.
All right.
And that is, yeah. I actually have my face painted right now in their colors.
Oh, what a shame this is only an audio medium, so no one can verify that.
I know. I was just thinking that. Yeah. I was actually, with the whole thing.
What a shame that no one can tell that you're painted in the colors which are...
Of the 40...
Yeah.
Niners.
Yeah.
From what year? Or like, what am I painted right now?
Yes.
49. 30. Fuck, this blank keyboard. Numbers are especially hard. So red, first of all.
All right. Yeah.
Gold.
Okay.
Sounds
a good start.
Sounds so ugly. Hold on. San Francisco 49ers face paint.
Wait, hang on. Maybe the other team has better face paint. Hang on. Let me revise my answer.
What I'm not going to do is support the Chiefs and then paint my face whatever color that is. That sounds so bad. That sounds instantly cancelable. So I won't be doing that.
That's a good choice, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, gold.
All right.
I'm going to put a pic of it right now for the YouTube. Bang, right there. This is what my face looks like right now. So.
He's painted up. Let's go.
I will say, though, I know nothing about sports, but I do know that they're losing right now.
Oh, okay.
So, unfortunately...
I think, if less points is bad, is less points bad in this game?
I don't know if it's...
More points wins.
More points wins unless it's like golf. So, it might be like golf, for all I know. Okay, so this is not actually a fantasy league sports podcast, football podcast. The normal sentence. Yeah, that's a normal string of words.
Sportscast podcast.
Yeah, no, fantasy leagues, sports football, sportscast. This is not that. This is actually what I've been referring to lately as an email reading podcast.
Exciting. I love it.
We all love to read emails. And on this podcast, we read about 3 emails per episode. I was going to say a day, just as a treat.
Day?
We read 3 emails per episode. We try and get to all 3, and sometimes we give advice if those people are looking for it.
Yeah, hopefully it's good advice. Sometimes it's not, but we try.
If those people will have us, we'll give them some advice. And I would like to jump into these pretty much immediately so we can get to all 3 of them. But before I do, I want to simply acknowledge and thank everybody for listening because this is our 1 year. I still can't get over it. 1 year as a podcast.
It is. We're 1 year old. properly for real this time.
Thank you to the people listening for a whole year. Here's to another year of, late uploads occasionally, and me staying up, having to do video work, and then not getting paid.
Oh, I love the not
a
getting
single
paid.
Sponsor on the show. Yeah, kind of running at a loss. We're so far in the red that you'd think my ass is conservative.
Oh my God.
Would. You'd think my ass is voting for the big T himself. Because
that's how red we are.
That's how in the red we've become. Hey, didn't you tell me that over there, red is actually the
good one?
Yeah, red is the Democratic Party over there.
The Labour Party, is red.
It's not. Explain that to me, because red is inherently. You'd have to agree. It's an evil kind of a color, right?
I could. Well, if you want to get into some nerd shit, I can actually explain why it's red.
All right, so let me put a pin in that. I don't want to get into that.
It's to cut it short. It's the color of roses. The symbol is a rose.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
prickly.
It's very romantic.
Prickly little rose. So
evil little flowers.
That's what those liberals will fucking do. They'll oh, we smell so good. Hey, come over here. Pick a boom, get you. They slice you with a little rose. With the little, what are they called? Thorns.
What are they called?
Fuck, I was about to start Googling it again. You hear me typing again. What is it?
The red is actually the color of the blood that comes from them tricking you with the horrible rose.
Yeah. They're oh, come here. We got free healthcare. We got all this stuff. Haha. The gotcha. What is it? The N.
You were going to say the NSA.
I was going to say the NSA.
NHS.
NHS.
Yes.
The healthcare for it is great, but mental health is kind of lacking.
Oh, yeah. You will be put on a 4-month waiting list.
You will. Here's
and
some
then put
pills.
in a depressing room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No clocks in this room. Welcome. This is the future liberals wanted. There's no clocks in the therapy room. Let's start the episode.
Right. Let's read our first email.
I was I don't want to get too into this stuff and then this.
Go on a British politics rant.
I'm going to read the first one.
Go for it.
It's called Art Friends, and it goes a little something like this. Sup, fuckers? I've been meaning to write in for a long time, but I've just been too damn frightened. But today is the day for bravery. Mitchell, I've loved Flat Sound for a long time, and I listened to Wishing before I knew it was you, which took an embarrassingly long time for me to figure out. More common than this person thinks.
Yes, extremely common.
I've written about Flat Sound in multiple school assignments for music and have been so inspired by your writing. I'm also a fellow anti-gluten and vegan, so I relate to your food struggles. Billiam, my fellow British queen. Your photography is beautiful and I love your beautiful British humor. It is always nice to hear from a fellow queer vegan artist.
Aww.
I have loved this podcast ever since I found out about it. I love your mix of humor and art talk, and I am so thankful for every piece of art advice that you have given. You have really inspired me to start pursuing songwriting and work towards maybe living off of my art in the future, so thank you. For my question, I wanted to ask how important you guys think it is to be around other artists, as I don't have any friends that are working on art or music at the moment. I go to university and study linguists and social anthropology, and most of my friends study similar things, so they aren't working on art in their spare time like I am. And I have less people to ask for help with my music. I'm only just starting out, and whilst I have been able to motivate myself, I can guess that there is a benefit to being surrounded by people who also want to pursue art and are working on more creative things. Looking forward to hearing what your opinion is. Bonus question, Mitch, you've mentioned in the past that you've run Flat Sound without a label and that this was connected to your agoraphobia. Was it completely due to this, or was it also personal choice? Thank you so much for everything and for continuing to create this wonderful podcast that I look forward to every week. Lots of shitty love, this person's name. P.S. Y'all mind plugging my EP? It's called Today Was a Bad Day by Abby Till. And we looked it up on Spotify, which it is available. That's a good first move right there.
It is, yeah. We were impressed that it was on Spotify already.
So good on you for that. Again, it's called Today Was a Bad Day by Abby Till. Abittil.
Yeah.
Hard to forget.
And obviously we don't mind you plugging it because we read it. And we didn't have to.
We just read it. Well, I am planning to edit that part out. Yeah.
I said it only to delete it.
I'm going to say it, but I'm going to censor it. Is what I'm going to say.
I'm only plugging it to us.
Yeah. I checked
no
it out. I was impressed by that it was on Spotify. I did not hit play. And that was it.
We have no feedback, but there you go. There's a shout out.
Good business move putting it on Spotify. Let's work with this in order. First, they complimented me. Good move. I'm flattered. My little feathers are all puffed out.
Okay.
I feel very like a bird, really.
He's peacocking.
I am peacocking, I guess. Don't say it like that.
I
am peacocking. I'm up, baby. I'm jacked in. And I do appreciate what you said about flat sound and wishing, and that wishing thing is extremely common. I've gotten a lot of people in the past who have even just like sent me links saying like, hey, just so you know, this artist is kind of ripping you off.
They're kind of copying like your exact vocal timbre.
Yeah, your cadence and even just your very limited range. they're really making it their own.
They copied your limited range.
And I say, partner, that's me.
Yeah.
That's my limited range.
And take it from me, I'd sue him for all he had if I could.
I'd sue myself in order to get all of Christian's money.
Stealing from you to give to you.
Yeah. The Robin Hood of myself. Yeah.
Yes.
So speaking of British humor.
Oh, yeah.
Billiam, my fellow British queen, your photography is beautiful and I love your British humor. Go ahead and say thank you to this person, please.
Thank you so much. I'm glad that you appreciate my British humor. As everyone knows, British humor is more of a visual kind of gag. Mm-hmm. So like I'm kind of just expecting everyone to always be like picturing me in like a Monty Python kind of Holy Grail type costume.
Yeah. Kind of right. So let's run through a classic British joke.
Okay.
Give me a British joke.
Okay, here's a staple British joke. So there's a man.
Okay.
And he wears a dress.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
He's already getting me.
Yep. That's pretty good, right?
Now, please tell me that's the only part of the joke.
Well, no, it goes further because sometimes they kind of make an innuendo.
Uh-huh.
And then that's the end of the joke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And there it is, everyone.
There it is. British comedy.
Most British comedy right there. You explained one where something was either just far away or just really small.
Oh, that is one of my favorites.
That is a classic British gag.
Yeah, that's two of my favorite sketches is far away versus really small. Mm. Yeah, in Father Ted and Mighty Boosh.
Anyway, yeah, let's stop alienating our listeners for understandably not giving a fuck about anything we're talking about.
Truly, yes.
And move on. Do you think that it is important for you to have artistic friends? Go and don't fucking stop talking.
Oh my God.
You have 35 minutes and I want you to...
I'm having a nap and you need to fill the fucking dead air.
Please.
All right. My answer to this is that I am frequently around other artists a lot. My partner, obviously, is an artist. Most of my best friends are artists. Not all of them. One of my best friends is a farmer. So there you go.
There you go. Which in itself is an art.
It is.
And excuse you for implying it's not.
Excuse you for implying the beautiful kale she brought me as a gift wasn't the most beautiful art I've ever tasted. Yeah. But I will say that's not on purpose. Like I don't seek out artist friends. It just kind of happens.
Right.
But it's not like the top thing on my list where it's like I've never gone to I don't know, I've never gone to like an arts networking event and been like, oh, I've got to make friends with these people because it will help my art in some way.
Right, yeah.
You know? Because I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either. That was going to be my opinion. I don't think it helps that much. In fact, I think that you'll learn that the friends you already have are probably plenty artistic and expressive in themselves, and then they have the added benefit to already being your friend.
That's good, yes.
So, yeah, what I don't often make a friend and that's our only thing that we have in common. You can be like a brilliant artist and I still am just like, I'm kind of bored with this person. I want to know that you're like funny, empathetic, mostly funny.
Yes,
and
that's the top thing on the list.
Cool
for sure.
And easy to hang out with. And then I'm like, yeah, we can hang out and do whatever. And that's inclusive to art.
Yeah.
Or it cannot be. We can just hang out and be in each other's company. The interesting thing, too, is that, like, you're not – I don't think you're going to get much benefit from, like, networking and bouncing ideas off of each other unless you're, like, in a band with that person. If you're doing your own art, then you are the only person you have to please, and you will get
Yes.
lots of benefit from kind of honing this ability to tell the difference between good art and bad art all on your own.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm about to say some shit.
You're about, I'm about to burp.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Oh shit, hang on. Pause the recording. No, listen, I've had a thought. All right, this is my theory that I'm positing, is that I think that when it comes to your own work, you should be your biggest fan and your harshest critic.
Never heard that before. That's an original thought.
Original. But no, I don't think you should, you shouldn't seek artistic friends for validation kind of thing.
No,
to be
not
like,
at all.
No. And you also shouldn't seek them out to be like, is this good? Like, because they're your friends, so they're gonna tell you that it's good, probably. There's other places you can get like that kind of feedback from, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, believe me, you'll have no problem finding people to tell you if your work is good or not, because everyone on the internet will chime in about that. They'll either not care, which is going to be most people don't care. Most people won't care either way. They're doing other things. They're scrolling to something else.
Yes.
And your friends and family will always tell you it's good.
Yeah.
And then if they suggest that you change something, I just feel like you should be the one in charge of that. You should be the one that thinks, hey, I should change this. And again, like we've talked about this in other episodes, it is completely invaluable to kind of hone this ability to be able to tell if art is good or not on your own. Because then you'll rely on that constantly for everything that you do. And then you'll know beforehand, hey, you know what? I really like this, so fuck it, it's good. Without any kind of questioning there. And you're not going to get that from other people. The validation you get from other artists are going to, or especially your friends and family. I don't think I've ever told someone, hey, I don't like this. And I've definitely thought that thousands of times, because in my head, I'm just like, who gives a fuck if I like it? What do they think about it?
It doesn't work as a feedback form, because like people are too nice. People are too nice, which is why like when I was in university and when I go to like these photography like crit events, it's all a lot anonymous. You write it down on a piece of paper. Right. And then you can be real fucking mean about it.
Yeah, and you're constantly just jotting down not gay enough. Not gay enough.
My problem with every art piece, including all of my own. Me putting up post-it notes on my own photo prints.
Not
Make
gay
it gayer.
Enough. Not gay enough. More fingering flowers. We need flowers that look like vaginas.
Leave me alone.
And I need to be wrist deep in this tulip.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what I want to be.
Stop, you're getting me riled up.
Stop, this is a good idea and I need you to stop it.
You just stop taking it so I can say that it's mine.
Censor it. If I censor it, it's definitely because it needs to be censored.
Because it was filthy, yeah. Anyway, bottom line of advice to this person, I think, is if you have your friends and you like your friends and they're funny and you value spending time with them, that's the most important thing, I think.
Keep your friends.
Yeah, because that's going to enrich your life and make you in a more better place to create art, I think.
Yeah. Friends close, enemies closer.
Oh.
Oh shit.
That's where we're going.
And the people who dislike your art, enemies. The people who are neutral about it, frenemies.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, we're giving nonsensical advice now.
We need to move on.
We're going to move on to the next question now, but before I do, the bonus question was, Mitch, you've mentioned in the past that you've run Flat Sound without a label and that this was connected to your agoraphobia. Was it completely due to this, or was it also a personal choice? I'm going to keep this very, very brief, but it started with it not being a personal choice and me very much wanting to be signed to a label, but it was the agoraphobia that I struggled with that made it so that was impossible, or in my earlier years, actually reaching out to indie labels and being ignored. And this is interesting because I was trying to sell them Sleep. This is the album that everyone's interested in buying now, but back then they weren't seeing it, and that's
no
fine.
one gave a shit
No
back
one
then.
fucking replied to me, and they all turned me down if they did reply to me, and that's completely fine. So not being able to then pursue a label after that point, or tour, or to get their interest like that was due to the agoraphobia. But then I hit an age where I was like, oh, wow, my God, what a blessing in disguise that was, because that would have been the biggest regret of my life.
Yeah,
if I had
you would
done
have
that.
shot yourself in the foot.
And that would have been, God, imagine like some other label just owning the rights to sleep for the next 10 years, and giving me no advance for it. And if they did give an advance, it was because like I've been offered money even later on, and it's just not enough to make up for how much the album means to me and the control I want to have over it,
Yeah. And I don't know, just the idea of someone owning your earnings to an album that they didn't even help create,
record or anything,
you made beforehand is like wacky to me.
Oh, indie labels are such shit. I can't believe the fucking things I was offered in the past, and they're like, it's X amount of money for sleep. And I'm like, haha, yeah, I make that in a month off of sleep. Why would I give it to you for 10 years? Like, Jesus, dude.
So they can make that off a month off of sleep.
Jesus. Yeah, so we can split that much. It's like, yeah, that sounds great. Sounds awesome. No, that's the answer. Yeah. Deuces, that is the answer.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is what I have to say about that. It started out it being connected with my agoraphobia, and that's why I did it, but it was also the best thing that I've ever done, which is not to say that signing is the worst thing you can do today, though I will say if you're signing to an indie label, don't do it. Don't do it.
Just don't.
But if you're like, there's a lot of people that I know that like, I work with Zach, and then Zach managed, I'm not going to throw names around, but Zach managed, this artist and that artist who then went on to sign to majors. And I think that was the right choice for their music, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they signed to a major, so they're getting like fucking their streams are, I don't know the deal that they cut, but I know through Zach that they got a major advance. So that's why you sign to majors, to get the fucking advance, and then you get out.
Yeah, and then you live on that for,
and then
a while.
You tour if you're okay with that. Then then if you're okay with working for a label, then like go ahead and work for a label. That wasn't my thing that I wanted, and still not a thing that I want now. So I'm so glad I didn't sign. Yeah.
So it is now a very personal choice.
Yes.
Yeah, that you feel very strongly about.
So next question, though I will say a good first step in being this early in your career, and in you pursuing songwriting as this thing that you're passionate about, and already putting it on Spotify and figuring out how to get it on these platforms. That's a thing that many people don't do.
Already having a whole EP up. Yeah.
So you're already killing it. Keep it up, and see where it takes you in the future. You don't need friends there doing it alongside you. You can just have friends to have friends.
Yeah. Be the artist in your friend group. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool thing
Oh,
to do.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Be cooler, better, and hotter.
Elevate yourself kind of above them, so that they're kind of like carrying you around on like an Egyptian prince kind of type. Yeah.
Everyone's just reaching at you. Oh, this is our artist friend. This is so cool. If you have other artist friends, hold on. This is a terrifying thought. What if you're not the hottest person in the friend group? Ugh, even thinking about that makes me. I've never experienced it, but God willing, like.
Imagine not being the hottest, most interesting person in the friend group.
Oh, can I imagine a person in the friend group having more Instagram followers than me? Sorry, I almost vomited. That definitely is the case. I have many friends that
have more.
Yeah, more followers or more successful, and God knows they're hotter. Look at the hairline on this little fucker.
We can't get into the hairline again.
Next question.
We can't.
May I read this one too? I feel like I've got the
You may.
I have got the dyslexia. That made it sound like I have a spot of the dyslexia, but I have got the dyslexia plugin turned on my Chrome thing.
Yes.
I'm going to see how good it does. So if you'll allow me,
let's go for
I'm going to read this other question as well. And it says, an art pickle, kinda? Probably. I don't really know. A pickle, nevertheless. And it says, hey, cowards. How's it doing? I have a question, and I think both of you can understand. I'm already doing not so good.
Oh, God, the plugin's not working.
Oh, fuck, the plugin. It's now I need an even stronger plugin. We're going to try that again. Boom. Here we go. Hey, cowards. How's it doing? I have a question that I think both of you can understand and relate to, maybe. I'm in a band, and we're starting to kind of move forward in the songwriting process and will soon be ready to record and perform our material. The problem is, I'm beginning to start to feel nervous about sharing my lyrics with the public, as they often revolve around my personal struggles with mental health. Documents all the things that have happened in my life, etc. Writing the lyrics helps a lot cathartically, but I have no problem showing the lyrics and practicing them with my bandmates as they're all my closest friends, but I'm worried anyone being able to listen to them will feel like standing naked in a crowd of people laughing at me. I suppose what I'm asking is, does this change? And is there a way to help cope with this feeling? If you answer, please know that it's incredibly appreciated. Earnestly, this person's name. P.S. Lyrically, my band is incredibly inspired by Flat Sound, so thank you, Mitch, for the inspiration. And also, if you would like, I can send the music my band has made when it's recorded. If not, that's sick too. This person is so nice for just being like, hey, if you'd like to hear it sometime, I'd love to show you. If not, just as happy.
Yeah, I'm still having a great time if you don't want to fucking hear it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, I feel a lot better about rejecting it now. Yeah, no, please don't send it. Yes, of course you can send me your fucking band stuff.
I really, really want to click this auto reply down here that just says, I don't, sorry.
Oh yeah, our auto replies are back.
Yeah.
So it just says,
and they're more passive aggressive than ever.
This one just says thoughts, period, like I'm a therapist or something. Like, you know how like you'll be speaking to your therapist and then, you know, the relatable thing we all relate to, and then you'll like say a whole bunch of stuff at once, and then the person is just like, well, how do you feel about what do you think about that? It's like, dude, come on, I paid you like $80 to
You're
talk to me.
You're making me do all the work.
Yeah, come on, tell me that I'm fine and I'll go for another week. Yeah, it's just, man, I really want to click I don't, sorry.
I know, but that would be like such a bad email to read if they get it before they hear the episode.
Yeah, and they will, because my cursor is hovering and shaking over this I don't sorry button right now. And I might click it. Okay, I'm not gonna. Yeah, yes, of course you could send me your stuff. Send it to this email. Maybe we'll fucking play it on the show. Maybe we'll play it as an outro. Maybe we'll do.
God.
Maybe I'll take you under my wing. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll promote you, and then we could cut an EP together. We could do a split album, dude. If I tour, you're coming with me. Listen to me. I use this person's name. Listen to me. You're coming with me on tour, buddy. Your band, okay? No,
you made them your protege.
I just get super invested in this person I've never met.
You've never heard.
I don't even know what their music sounds like. It could suck.
You don't know what genre it is or anything.
Yeah, I don't care. It had to do with me, and that made me feel good. So I'm just gliding on this high that they gave me. Yes, you could send me your music.
Okay, good.
So, what do you think of this? Of sharing vulnerable parts of yourself with people?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm not in a band, so I can't relate.
You could be.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I did reserve a URL on Bandcamp last month.
Did you?
Just in case.
Just last month you did that?
Yes, I did.
Are you willing to share it?
Yeah.
Or not on the show?
No, I can share it on the show.
Oh, what is it?
It's Help Out.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that. Help Out.
Yeah.
And
because it sounds like help out.
Help out.
But it's Help Out.
Help Out.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Help Out EP out by this summer.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The pressure's on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a noise EP. It's fine. We can knock that out in no time.
Right. Well, we could just take this audio and add a bunch of distortion and reverb and reverse it, and boom, EP. Noise music is easy. You will learn that very quickly.
I can't wait. But okay, that aside, I haven't wrote any songs, obviously. I do write words sometimes though in my zines, and they are
good,
somewhat personal. Thank you.
Personal, yeah.
Always surprised when someone says they're good. Wow. Ooh.
What a joke. God, now she's flying and gliding. Ooh. You know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Help
Be
Out
in my
EP.
zine.
No. Help Out EP by next month.
Oh my God.
Along with the zine, all about it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And this person's band will be my opening act.
Okay, so, right. I was gonna say that I feel like years on Tumblr kind of softened me to sharing intimate parts of myself that I maybe should be ashamed of.
Yeah, Tumblr did that.
Yeah, because you'd just like you'd write a real vague sentence in a text post and then write like a fucking really specific paragraph in the tags.
In the tags, yeah.
Yeah, in the secret tags.
The amount of poems that I wrote about just like coming on myself during the Tumblr era is astounding.
You could say anything.
When will I run out of cum at this point?
He seems to just keep making more.
Here's another fucking poem about it.
Jesus Christ.
Tumblr was the era of oversharing, and I loved that about it.
Yeah, really. It was. Oh, you can't do that on Twitter. There's no tags for a start.
Yeah, and it's not hidden enough. Tumblr was hidden.
Yeah.
And we were talking a little bit before about viewing Tumblr with kind of rose-tinted glasses. Let's put a pin in what we were saying, and then we will get back to it immediately after. But I logged into Tumblr recently, and because I had this really popular text post about the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And I wanted to see if it was like popping off again, and it kind of was. So I was like,
every year,
man, that just it refuses to go away. So as I was kind of perusing around Tumblr, I go into my drafts and I go, hey, look at this. And I used to just like use this to like host photos and do things like that because that's how they allowed you to use the website. You could be like, yeah, upload it here, no one will see it, and now you have a link to it. Tumblr is just, that's why they failed. They were being too stupid. But one of the pictures was an anonymous question that I had screenshotted, I guess. And this is the part of Tumblr that I forgot about.
That we blanked from our minds.
I blanked this from my memory, but the amount of this type of shit I would get a day is unbelievable. But
I kind of want you to like put our nice question reading music under this anonymous old Tumblr question.
I'll do that. And you know what? For the people listening on YouTube, I will include the screenshot right here. There it is. And it goes something like this. You're a fan-pandering, money-grubbing shithead. Hey, buy these pens with a paraphrased sentence every 15-year-old poet shits out in creative writing class. P.S. It's not merch. Hey, buy this backpack I got on sale for $30, but since it's got a $3 flat sound patch, it's worth $60. You're boring. You're fucking boring. You're a goddamn con artist. Respond with a witty comment that makes your equally boring 14-year-old fans praise you. The reason no one takes you seriously is because you're not talented.
Jesus
Tell
Christ.
me how you really feel. Fuck.
Don't hold back, Anon.
Jeez, what if I was having a bad day that day? God.
The likelihood was high.
Holy shit. But I've gotten thousands of those. I forgot how many, because I often tell you, like, hey, I'm pretty lucky because people don't really hate on flat sound that much. Like, if you just type in, like, flat sound sucks, I'm going to ruin this because now everyone's just going to tweet flat sound sucks. But
I'm going to tweet it, yep.
Before this point, 2020, you can search in quotes, flat sound sucks, and get no hits on, like, websites or fucking, and it's crazy that I'm just like, wow, I get it's either people don't care or they find out about me and they like it a lot, and that's really cool. That's not true at all. When I gave people the option to anonymously tell me how they feel, they told me. they told me a lot.
You in a half. Yeah.
Tumblr was wild.
Yeah. God, being so angry. Imagine needing to get something off your chest that bad.
I've never said that to somebody. Like I've maybe thought that about people, but I've never like taken the steps to let them know about it somehow. Wrote them an angry letter about it. That's nuts. Plus, it's like, even seeing this years later, this pisses me off. This person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I don't know how
First of
business
all,
works.
if you buy something for $30, it's more than fair to sell it for double that cost. That's how much. That's
50% is a pretty normal wholesale markup.
It's super normal. And it's fucking people. And then you call me greedy. I have this like eco-friendly water-based t-shirts that I only sell for $20 fucking dollars. People are selling Gildans for $25. Gildans. Those cost $3 fucking bucks to make. You think they're selling them for $6? Nah, they're selling Gildans for $25. Eat my shit, anonymous person from years back. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Just in case they still hate listening to this podcast.
They're
54 episodes in.
They
10
can't
years
get enough
later.
of it. Let's see what that little fucker's up to this time. And they're just listening to 1 hour of me speaking.
They randomly pick like, oh, let's just, I haven't paid attention to Mitch Welling in a few years, but let's see what he's up to in his podcast. And I press play on this one.
Episode 54, yeah.
and you hear you reading out their Tumblr question.
Oh no. Or they'd be like, oh yeah, I got him. He's pissed.
Oh fuck, I riled him up.
He's big boy mad fucking 5 years later or some shit.
Oh my god, they won.
But as you were saying, Tumblr changed and shaped us to be oversharing little fuckers.
Yeah, to just be used to just writing things that are just way too personal and just throwing them out there into the public void kind of thing. At least you have the kind of, being in a band, you've got this kind of artistic sheen over it.
You do. You definitely do. And you can like turn around and just be like, hey, sorry for this song. My drummer wrote it. And they're just like, what? And then you're just, all right, 1, 2, 3. And I hate my mom. I hate my mom the whole time.
I hate my mom, Julia.
The drummer's like, my mom's name. No, you can't do this.
Anyway, did you used to have this feeling at any point?
No. That's the honest answer. Pre-Tumblr, I was on MySpace, and even then, I was here's incredible. Like, people don't understand how old some of these songs that they like, written under the moniker Flat Sound, just how fucking old they are. Because songs like I Exist, My Heart Goes Bum Bum Bum, Old Lumina, all these incredibly personal songs that did okay on the internet and had some people listening to them, at least for their era, they predate being on Tumblr.
Yeah.
They were around when I had a fucking MySpace.
A MySpace era song.
Yeah. So I was sharing all that super personal stuff then. And then recently, I will say that during the last episode when we were like, oh, I was vibing, but I can't say why. And I got an exciting thing. I played a show.
Yes.
I played a little performance. I did a little secret flat sound set. And that was awesome. And I could talk endlessly about that. And it was so cool. But the people
it is on YouTube. Everyone should go and check it out. Yeah. I'm plugging it. Please go watch it because it's so good.
Go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/flatsound. I think you could just access it like that. And there's my full set is on there. And you can check it out if you haven't already. And after that, I got a lot of people talking to me about like sharing and being vulnerable and doing things like that. And it's nothing that I even really consider anymore. It's like, well, yeah, of course I'll do that. I'm an artist. That's sort of what I'm here for. Yeah. Yeah. And I've always kind of felt that way because my earliest songs were very, very personal. And I guess it's just the genre of music I listened to when I grew up. I was very used to it. So any advice that I give is literally going to be like, hey, write those super sad personal songs. If anyone cares, fuck them. Because that's how you feel. That if that's how you feel, not to say that some people won't think it's corny. Some people will think that you're a fan pandering, money hungry, money grubbing shithead.
Yes.
But if that's how you feel, you honestly rock with what you do, then rock with it hard.
Yeah.
Impress yourself with it. Feel it so much that writing your lyrics almost brings you to tears.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
And
I mean, unless it's like, it's like some really toxic stuff.
Right. I just hate Julia so fucking much.
some real misogynistic stuff.
Anybody who's listening's mom is named Julia. That'd be really funny.
I'm so sorry. Any children's of Julia's.
So you at the age that you are, you're in your mid-20s. Do you ever feel that when like sharing your art, your zines that you're making currently, might I say beautiful zines that you create? Wow, the newest one it's called Fog, and it's gorgeous. It's actually about to, so if you're not a patron already, it's patreon.com/ what is it? BLSSM? Is that the thing?
BLSSM.
There we
Blossom,
go. Blossom. Patreon.com/ BLSSM. Your newest zine, Fog, is incredible. There's a picture in it.
It did get uploaded earlier today. Yeah.
Oh, there's a picture in it where you took a picture of Salvia Plath's grave.
Sylvia Plath. Not Salvia Plath. That's the lo-fi
You know what's funny?
band.
I was just talking to someone yesterday about how because of the stupid fucking useless genre that I'm in, it's ruined me so much that I can't even get her name right now. Because I even paused before that and I was like, don't get it wrong. There we go.
Don't get it wrong.
Salvia. Excuse me. Salvia Plath's. Sylvia Plath's grave.
Yes.
And it's fucking crazy.
Thank you.
It is such a good shot that it took my breath away. It's so good.
Whoa, thank you so much. I mean, I love that shot, but God, it was such a good place to take photos of, and just yeah, I'm really happy with the way the last scene came out.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't. I think you only saw the photos. You didn't read the writing in it yet.
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
I do not actually know how to read, so I'm waiting for them to. I'm waiting for you to print the edition that has my dyslexia font in it, and then I'm all Gucci on that.
I'll send you a special PDF on it.
Yeah, please.
But do I feel like that now? I have releasing it like to the public. I have no problems whatsoever. Sometimes I get a little bit nervous, like just showing it to like my friends and family members, kind of thing. I don't, but not enough to not do it. But I'm just like, you don't have to read that, you know. They're always extremely nice about it, obviously, and really, really supportive. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know, but releasing it to just the public, I'm totally fine with.
Right.
I enjoy it, actually. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I feel a very, very similar way where I guess I'm so used to just like showing, like I won't show my friends really that much of what I'm doing unless I'm like done with it or something.
Yeah.
And then only if they want to, but I'm just so used to just like releasing it to the public. Like anyone else that I'm like with current, like in my office now, I have this big canvas thing that hangs on my wall where a very cool fan, he wrote a bunch of lyrics from it and then has the little leaf in the middle of it. And occasionally people will come over and they'll just look at it and be like, is more or less astounding. I wrote an entire album about us drowning. Well, they're like, whoa, stop reading that.
Stop reading that.
Stop. I'm in the room. Don't read them. I'm here.
Embarrassing.
So maybe I do feel a little bit embarrassed.
Yeah, because it's like a fan really connecting with those lyrics so much that they paint them onto a canvas. It's like, whoa, that's fucking beautiful. That's so cool. But then like just a friend that you've known since high school coming around and being like, it's like, stop
Get
looking
out
at
of here. I don't want you to know I feel things.
Yeah. I more often like share my art with my actual friends in a capacity where I'm like, can you proofread this for me?
Yeah, that's true. I will ask you to proofread stuff all the time.
Yeah.
To be like, did I fudge up any of the things? Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, it reads like you typed it with your cock, so there's that. It's all in this weird dyslexic
And
font.
it was soft.
And it was soft. You were kind of mashing your thumb into the keyboard. Mashing your little hog. Not even a hog, a piglet, really.
I hate this image that you're painting.
No, we'll ask each other to proofread stuff all the time.
Yeah. But that's showing it to someone in a different way. That's like, yeah, I don't know. How do we think this person can get over it, though? Is it
Keep
just
doing
like
it.
practice?
You just got to keep doing it.
It's just like exposure therapy to it, right?
Right.
Till you're used to it.
It just becomes easier and easier and easier over time the more you do it until eventually like you hit a point where you're like, yeah, I don't even really care. I mean, maybe you'll flip around and you'll be like us and you're just like, ooh, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous for my friends to hear this. Because then because they know me, you know? But if a stranger here, if a stranger, start puking. If a stranger, I got sick while answering this question.
At the idea of my friend reading my poetry.
I got so it fucked with me so much that thinking about Jordan hearing one of my songs. Yeah, I think you're gonna be fine. You just need to do it more.
Yeah, I think also if these songs are very new, then I would assume it will get better as time goes on, and like they're not as fresh in your mind as well.
Yes,
you know, because
that's
after
true.
a while, they're just a song.
Yeah.
You know, you're not feeling them all the time when you.
Yeah. And like you can like more so feel the performance of them. Like, yeah, I really nailed
Yes.
that performance. But the actual like song itself, which is something that not everybody understands. But yes, when you've performed something 1,000 times, it's not like the first time you wrote it or the first time you performed it or anything like that. And you can focus more on the performance of that and showing it to other people and being a performer or a songwriter or something rather than being too self-conscious.
Like in the throes of it.
Yeah, about what it all means and stuff, which is, again, not everyone understands that, but you as an artist could hopefully understand it, that it'll just get easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I show people like old songs, it's almost just, yeah, there's a super old thing that I did years ago. I am a new man. They say every
Yes.
7 years your cells have like regenerated enough so that there's not like the same cell in your body that was there 7 years prior. So I am a new man.
Twice over.
And
With some of the songs.
right. And what's that thing where like you commit a crime and then so much time has passed that
The statute of limitations.
statute of limitations, exactly. So if I write a bad song 7 years ago, I didn't write that
wasn't
fucking
me.
song.
That wasn't me. That was a different man.
I was not him. So if you hear the one problematic song I've ever written back when I was 17 years old, 16 actually.
Yes.
God.
The kind of slut shaming one.
Yeah, I've talked about that song multiple times on the show just because this is my
you hate
accountability
it.
for it. Yeah, I'm just, I can't fucking believe that shit. It wasn't so bad. I'm just so embarrassed by it. I'm just so fucking embarrassed by it because I would never write anything like that now. And it's just so wham, wham, wham. Like, that's me saying that about Flat Sound. And it's just, get out of here. Give me a break, dude. Fucking, yeah, she broke up with you. No wonder. You suck. Like, you're a baby.
You're bad.
You're a 16-year-old baby. Fuck.
Jesus.
I don't deserve a girlfriend. Fuck.
Oh my god. All right. We're getting a bit self-deprecating
We
here.
are.
You're right.
So we're at a bit of a conundrum here. Mm-hmm. We have one more question, but we're out of time.
Oh, this old gem.
So there's a fork in the road here, and I'm going to ask you right now for our 100. I keep thinking it's our 100th episode. For our 1 year.
Yes.
For our 1 year episode, are we going extra long, or are we giving them something short and sweet?
I'm trying to put my mind into the listener's mind. I believe they might like to hear the next question.
Okay, it might go up a little bit late though, because I have to mix this now.
Yes.
But you're okay with going over?
Yeah.
We
I
are.
mean, we'll try and keep it concise as we can.
It's about cat vomit,
I know.
so I don't know how concise we can keep it. But it is a fun question, and it does
Yeah.
include a picture that I can put on the YouTube video.
Yes. Let's do it.
Read that fucking question.
Okay. This one is called Cat Vomit is Ruining My Relationship with My Sister. Dear Elu and Billy and Mitch, Caesar shifted by 3 letters.
Jesus.
That was so hard to read. Why did you do that to me, writer? I am writing to you today about my 2 cats. First, I'll start with an introduction. Here is a picture of them.
Bonk.
Bonk.
I'm going to put that right there. Yep.
The fat chunkster on the left is my sister's grey tabby cat Cinder, and the calico on the right is my cat Juniper. Both have been lovingly nicknamed Piss Muffin and Piss Eclair. With the introduction out of the way, I will now get to my gherkin. My problem is this. Cinder is the type of cat to horf down any accessible food in one sitting. Juniper is a type of cat who prefers to savour her meal, eating it in small increments over the course of the day. But every day, her meal is ruined by the insatiable Piss Muffin. Once Juniper has only eaten a morsel of her meal and takes a moment to digest, Piss Muffin waltzes right into my room to eat the whole rest of the bowl of food in one sitting. This is where things get bad. Not only does Cinder eat all of the food, she proceeds to vomit the entire meal up. The reason she vomits is because Cinder has a sensitive stomach and she's only able to eat soft food, whereas Juniper is perfectly fine eating dry food. But this doesn't stop her, despite her knowing what will happen if she eats it. As a result, my sister gets angry at me because she worries about her cat vomiting so much, which I definitely understand. But my problem is that I can't leave food out for Juniper to eat in the day anymore, and it makes me feel bad because I'm at work for the majority of the day, which means that she has to starve until then. I voiced my concerns to my sister, and we don't usually argue, but this is one instance where we had a genuine heated argument over it. Every time we try to reach some kind of compromise, it leads to a bitter stalemate and tension between us for the rest of the day. So, to maintain peace, I have since taken defensive measures to decrease the amount of vomit incidents. I put my cat's food away when I'm at work and only feed her small amounts whenever she lets me know she's hungry when I'm home. This works, and Piss Muffin hasn't vomited since, and I haven't had a bad blood with my sister either. But I still feel guilty about not letting my cat eat freely, but I wonder if this is a necessary sacrifice for Cinder's health because I love and care about her as well. I don't resent my sister or my sister's cat in any way. I love and appreciate them both, and I only want the best to keep our little cat family happy and healthy. Thank you for reading. Sincerely, the distressed mother of 2 piss pastries.
All right. This person is real nice. They're very polite. They have a preference to something, but they're putting it aside. They're having a disagreement with somebody, all while saying, "I love them and I understand." The very, very cool. So I'm gonna say that this person's very level-headed.
Yes, it seems like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and also just because I want to do it, the picture's gonna be gone now.
You just like to be able to sync it up.
I like to
something.
sync that with a snap. And again,
can we talk about how one of the cats has Noah's tiny head on a fat cat body?
Yes, this cat does look a lot like Noah, but much fatter.
I really like him.
I don't think I have any pictures on Noah on hand, or else I would put them here.
Put
and
one
you,
in.
you know, you're gonna think, wow, you're a bad cat dad. You don't have any pictures of Noah just on hand. Noah only comes inside once every 3 days to scream.
To scream at you.
To scream and then want to leave again. He is mostly an outdoor cat at this point. And
he's very evasive and he moves very quick, too quick for the camera.
He is an elusive, sleuthy little man. Mm-hmm. And I'm not joking when I say he comes inside, eats his food, and immediately walks the halls screaming. And when I say what's wrong, is it his cat box? No, that's fine. Does he have water? Yes, he has water. He only started doing it in the last month, so I haven't really seen him much. But this does look like Noah, but fat.
Which is really good.
It's really
little
good, yeah.
alternate dimension.
Little
Noah.
small head, big body.
Okay, so we got one cat is eating all the other cat's food, and then it's just puking it up, which first and foremost is a waste of food.
But
not to mention money.
Good source of comedy. Good entertainment. Not bad.
All right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The sound of them retching is hilarious. A real gut buster. I don't know. I've only ever had one cat at a time, and he's terrible. He's awful.
Casper.
I hate him. Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
He sprayed on my yoga mat the other day.
Yeah, he's bad for that one.
Yeah. But you have 2 cats.
I do have 2 cats.
But they're good and just eat together, right?
They do, yeah. I mean, Pretty Cat is the best cat.
In the world?
No, not in the world. He's very stupid.
Just in the house.
Very annoying. But he is the good cat. He's like really good with people, almost to a fault. He sleeps with me every single night. He just wants to sleep on my chest. He's good, but at the same time, he's like dumb. Like he drinks out of the toilet when he doesn't have to. You know?
Oh God.
He recently started doing that, and also I keep catching him eating dog food.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he's like really leaning into the dog thing lately. And sometimes he'll just like he'll barge into the room like the door's closed right now because I know that he would come in if he wanted to. Or if it were up to him, and he would just, without saying anything, walks into the room and jumps onto my lap all at once. And whoa, what the fuck? And then he wants to just like knead on my chest or something. Okay, that's cool. But I also saw you earlier today with your paws in the toilet bowl. So don't touch me with your claws, please. You're gonna give me some weird toilet disease.
Don't put those germs on me.
You're gonna get. I'm gonna get an infection on the skin of my chest, and they're gonna be like, "We're sorry. It's diarrhea. The doctor says.
It's in your blood somehow. I'm sorry.
You have what's called like a septic tank cut on your chest.
Disgusting.
You have what's called shitty chest.
Oh my god. A hitherto unnamed thing that we had to name just because you've got it.
A shitty piss Mitch chest. This is what the medical term is for it now. A shitty and Mitchy.
I mean, everyone always wants something named after them.
Right.
You know,
I was hoping mine would be like a sandwich, but unfortunately it's this
or
weird
a statue. No, it's this.
Toilet to cat to me disease that only that only I got.
That only manifested in you the one time.
You and I never discussed this question before we jumped into it and where we stand on it. So I'm curious to know if you were to change anything, or okay, how about this? If you were to pick someone's side in this, are you picking the side of the sister, or are you picking the side of the reader? Because they get into really heated debates over this. Where do you stand? Where do you side? And don't be neutral about it either.
If I'm being real, if I'm being 100% real, I would be very alarmed at my cat vomiting all the time. And I would probably not want them to vomit. So probably I don't want to say I'm taking the sister's side, because I think the defensive measures this person has taken are way reasonable and going beyond, and they seem really, really nice, you know. But I do get why they don't want them to be sharing the food.
Check out Billy over here, the fucking centrist. Even though I was I was like, all right, let's not be neutral about it. And she went over here and voted independent. Like, okay, Jesus Christ. Well, I would do this, but I side with this. And like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'm doing tactical voting. All right, I guess I don't want to side with the sister, though, because this person's so nice. This writer's so nice.
Is this person being elusively nice because they're really toxic to their sister when they scream and fight about this thing?
Ew.
It'd be funny if you and I were talking about this thing and like we got into this screaming argument about it on the show, because this is just one of those topics that just divides people for some reason.
People absolutely cannot, just can't be calm about.
As soon as they see this picture, they're just like, no, I know. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the picture back up right now. Right there. Mm-hmm.
Which cat do you love more?
Which cat do you think is handsome? And it's odd that this little curtain is kind of splitting the two in half.
Yeah.
There really is quite a divide here that's beautiful.
This is quite, I can do quite a Freudian reading of this picture, yeah.
Do you side with Juniper, who we don't know much about other than they are a slow eater, or Cinder, who eats more than they should, but is chunky as a result, which is kind of funny.
It is kind of funny.
Cats that are this weight are good, even though vets are just like, oh, they should. But that's all doctors are always like, you should lose weight. All right, well, check this out. I love my cat.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah.
My opinion would be it's like exactly the same as yours. I would probably do what I can to make the other cat not puke, but I'm also kind of a pushover, and even when I think that I'm right, I'll still kind of do the thing that makes it so that the cat's not puking.
Yeah, I will still make concessions to that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is there any way that you can just kind of, when people like, when rich people build their like child a playhouse, but it's more just like a small house with like electricity, and so could you like just build that for your cat?
That'd be dope.
Maybe. Yeah. Just build them their own little house, and they can have their food out in it, and then the other cat can't go in.
You don't want Cinder to feel left out, so build 2 of those. Build 2 of those things, have them not see each other ever again, because they both have. Hey, actually, with this joke aside, could you, while you're at work, keep like one of the cats kind of in one room?
A room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have rooms where you live? You have doors and dividers?
It's a beautiful open concept. It's one of those actually, like one of those dome homes, with those really hippie like. So yeah, there's no rooms, there's no dividers. It's essentially a glorified tent.
It's a dome home made of like mud and straw.
Yeah.
An eco village.
It's beautiful and it's forward thinking, but yeah, to answer your question, it's no doors. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I don't know then.
I would honestly, now that I've said it out loud, I wouldn't confine a cat to a room all day.
Now that I've said it, it sounds bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Be like, well, and then like what? Like you're just gonna put them in your room, and you're like, here's the cat box, here's your food, and there you go. Now they're eating as often as they want, but also your room kind of smells like cat shit, and it's not going to be the best thing probably. I agree with the writer, but I would probably also make it so that the cat stops puking.
The problem here is that you and your sister are both good people who both love their cats and want the best for them. That's the problem that we're having.
Yeah.
One of you needs to become worse so that we can pick a side and sort this out.
Yeah. So if the person listening that wrote in can just become like mean and jaded, and like less polite and less cool and less of like a good listener who wrote a good email, then maybe
and provided a good picture.
Yeah, it would be easier for me to just be like, oh yeah, no, your sister's right. You're kind of a dickhead.
Yes. You're making it real hard for us by being a nice and amicable person.
Okay, let's take our two cats, not Casper, but the two cats here. And let's say you're in the country and we're together and Pretty Cat chomps up all the food. He has been kind of gaining weight lately. But he chomps up all the food before Noah can get to it. And Noah's not getting enough food. Actually, no, Noah's the one that vomits, so I'm just going to make it more realistic for you. Let's say Pretty Cat isn't eating as fast as he can, and Noah keeps on puking, and it's because of how we're feeding them. We're just leaving the food out.
Okay.
How are we solving that?
Supervised feedings. We got, supervised feedings. Put them in a little high chair with a bib.
There we go.
Spoon feed them.
Yeah. Tie their arms so that they, and of course they'll thrash for the first couple months, but then after that, they're gonna get used to it, and then they'll be used to being in the little high chair with the little bib.
No, but I do think, isn't supervised feedings the way?
I suppose so. I mean, most people, if they're like really good cat parents, and I am not, but if they're really good, like classical, like pet owners, they'll be like, all right, you eat at these times a day, this many times.
Yeah.
And I do not. I'm just like, oh, you're out of food? There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Top him up.
There, he'll eat what he eats.
Send another, Joe.
He wants more. All right, oops, the dog ate your food. I guess, well, you're eating dog food now. Fuck, I'm glad none of them are sick.
The dog's eating cat food, just a shamble over your place. It's a mess.
Hey, it's not my fault. I got my brother staying with me. His dog is with me. It's all, maybe that's why Noah's screaming.
The dog's eating the cat food, the cat's eating the dog food, your brother's eating your food, you're also eating the dog food.
I'm also chowing down on the dog food because I don't know, I had a brain fart or some shit.
And then I liked it. I guess it was better than I don't like it, but it was better than I thought it would be. So I just kept going.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that Purina is good, okay? It's not good. But is it cheap? Yes. And am I saving up? Yes. Am I saving money? Of course I am.
Of course. I mean, inevitably, I'll have to spend it on a stomach operation.
Right.
But...
I mean, they've pumped my stomach thrice.
Thrice this week.
And at this point, I guess I do really like the shit because I keep going back. And now that we've talked about it now, I will be having it for dinner.
Okay, so it turns out we're bad at giving advice to this question.
I just want to use this as an excuse to show the cat picture.
It's mostly that you included a really good picture of two really good cats, and we just wanted to put it in the YouTube video.
We've extended the episode by a good 15-20 minutes.
For this.
Just to show the picture.
For them.
And then to ultimately give advice at the end that says, I guess keep doing what you're doing. And thanks for listening.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Keep up the great work in both listening to the podcast and being like, I don't know, pretty fair and neutral during all this cat stuff that's going on.
Yeah, I guess our last message is we love you and we love Cinder and we love Juniper.
Thank you so much for
Or,
listening.
as you called them, the piss
The
pastries.
piss pastries, piss muffin, and
Yeah.
piss eclair.
Really good nicknames.
I'm afraid I'm gonna forget, but if you don't see it in the YouTube video, then you'll know that I forgot. But here we go one more time, and boom, there they are.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He loves to make himself edit.
I love extra work. Ooh, I love not getting paid for what I do.
But it's a parting gift of a little cat pic on this, our anniversary episode.
Our 1 year anniversary. That's so awesome. That is so cool.
I love it. I love having a podcast that's gone on for a year.
Let's wrap this up by saying, genuinely from the bottom of our hearts, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you so much. It's so sick that you all listen to us and you talk about us on social media and like recommend us to people when they ask for podcasts to listen to. Like it's so sweet.
Yeah, and I know we've been like really like laid back about the whole thing, but now that we've reached our 1 year mark, I think the new mood is just being like just really desperate. Please tell your fucking friends about the show. Please, oh my God, I'll fucking do anything. Please tell your fucking friends about the show. I'll do anything. We'll give you money at this point.
Please, God, we want to grow.
We're hemorrhaging money at this point. Guys, 1 year and we don't have a fucking sponsor. Guys, come on. Do you know how hard this is to edit every week? Tell your fucking friends.
2020, we're leaving humility in the past.
I am not being this. Yeah, humility is not a thing I know anymore. God, please, an iTunes review, or a Spotify podcast. I don't know what it's called anymore.
A smidgen of subscription, please.
God, please tell your fucking friends. Play it out loud for people on the streets. I don't care. I want cash. But that's the thing, though. I have enough cash to pay rent and buy food and stuff like that. That's all great. But I want to be podcast famous.
I want it to be podcast cash. It smells better.
It does smell better. I want free fucking subscription boxes sent to my house. I want the mattress I sleep on to be sent to me to try out.
I want a room full of mattresses, and vegetable bars.
Mm-hmm. I want a room full of mattresses. I
want a room full of ebooks.
I want. Hold on about this. I want a room full of mattresses. I don't need. No, what's the? I almost had it. I want a room full of mattresses I don't use. Yes. And subscription boxes I can't eat. That's the goal.
I'm gluten-free and I have sciatica, I think.
I am gluten-free and I have kind of a diet about certain stuff. I have a bad stomach, and more than anything, I'm kind of a little fucker when it comes to my bed. I like a California king. And then I also don't like too many chemicals. So most of these other major brands are just like, here's a bunch of foam, and I'm like, no, not me. My mattress. We do
sleep on a large cotton ball pad.
It does. When I did get my mattress, I've mentioned this in the past, it did smell like a petting zoo.
Yes.
Because it is, and I'm not lying, made of wool and organic cotton and nothing else. And I was like, this is going to be great. And then it was delivered, and then like $1,000 later, I'm smelling it. And I'm like, oh no.
God, it smells like I'm in the barn that Jesus was born in.
It's too heavy to return. Oh, fuck. I guess it's
no way I can
big.
Squeeze it back into the box.
Thank you guys so much for listening. It's been an awesome year.
Yes.
A really, really cool year of riffing on stuff. A really cool year of inventing our own language. I love when people tell me, when I posted the Flat Sound full set, one of the top comments on there is like a person referencing like jacking in.
Oh,
those are podcast
so
listeners.
That's sick.
Fire.
I love the
that's
crossover.
So dope.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening. If you have been here from day one, that is so sick. You have the patience of a saint keeping with us through a whole fucking year.
Thank you.
That's sick. And if you are a new listener, also sick.
We love you
just
love
as
much.
Yes. Thank you for coming and joining us at whatever stage you did join us at. I hope that you continue to enjoy us, and I hope that you enjoy your week as well.
And more than anything, from the bottom of our hearts, if you do have a question that you would like us to answer on the show, if you are in a pickle and a conundrum, a gherkin, if you will, you can send in those little tiny pickles for us to stare and laugh at.
all the space in between at gmail.com, and you can listen to every single episode that we've made over the past year, and you can find all of our links and our social media handles, everything you could ever want, on our website, which is
allthespaceinbetween.com. We are on Apple Podcast. We are on Spotify. We got a YouTube that we're going to be there's going to be pictures in this episode, so go check out that, youtube.com/allthespaceinbetween. I think that's it.
good.
Thank you guys so much for listening. New episodes every Monday. We will talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.